About 100 indigenous protesters peacefully blocked the main entrance to the United Nations climate conference known as COP30 in Brazil today. It's the second time in 4 days that protesters disrupted the climate talks. The indigenous Brazilians are demanding the country's government halt development projects in the Amazon rainforest. That includes mining, logging, oil drilling, and the construction of a new railway that will transport mining and agricultural products. Representatives from more than 190 countries are attending COP30. Among the top polluting nations of the world, the United States is the only country that did not come to the table. The Trump administration chose not to send a delegation to the summit. The only federal official in attendance is Democratic Senator Sheldon Whitehouse of Rhode Island. CBS News national environmental correspondent David Schechter joins us now. So, David, you listened in on Senator Whitehouse's press conference today in Brazil. What did he say, and what message is it sending to the rest of the world that the U.S. is absent?
Hey, Lindsay. Well, he had one policy message, which was sort of to the EU nations of the world, that they should continue on with this policy of putting taxes on items that come into their country that are made in heavily polluting ways. He sees that as the last life raft that the world basically has to keep our carbon emissions in check. But more largely, in a bigger sense, he was there to be an irritant to the Trump administration, also to let the world know that people in the United States, that leaders in the United States do care about climate change, and to sort of send the message that many people in the United States, a lot of research shows, are supportive of climate initiatives that would reduce emissions in our country and in the world, and that President Trump doesn't represent that large group of people that feel that the world is ready for this kind of change.
California Governor Gavin Newsom was also at the summit this week. Why was he there?
I think politically, a lot of people believe that he's an early kind of front runner to be president. So this is to run for president. So this is an opportunity for him to get out onto the world stage, similar to White House, and talk about the United States. But he's also the governor of California, which is one of the largest economies in the world. He's there making deals with countries around the world related to clean energy. And he's also there he said some pretty significant things about the president. He said he was an invasive species and a wrecking ball when it comes to climate policy. And he is making a case that people in the United States, Democrats in particular, should be talking about climate change as an affordability issue, and that building more green energy is jobs, and to really maybe steer away from the conversation about doom and talk about real people and their needs, and using reliable, renewable energy and a shift to renewable energy as a way to help people get through these very difficult economic times.
David Schechter, thank you.